Hey, what's up, phone lovers? Welcome to the Mobile Roar podcast for the week of December 1st, 2016. I am Joe Fidowa.
And I am Chris Chavez.
And I'm Ashley King.
The band is back together.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember the last time it was all three of us.
I know.
It's been a while.
Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving and Black Friday last week. Anyone snag any sweet deals?
I got a 4K TV and a PS4 Pro for $800.
Oh, not bad.
Like combined?
Yeah. Well, not combined, but like it was a bundle, so.
What kind of TV is it?
It's a Sony.
Oh, okay.
That's a pretty awesome deal.
Not bad at all. Yeah, the TV deals are actually pretty good this Black Friday.
I picked that one because it's a Android TV and I wanted to play around with Android TV.
I thought you had the Shield.
I do have it, but it's easier to have it just built into the TV so you can have an extra HDMI port.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I kind of am the opposite, though. I mean, I guess Android TV is probably safe, but like I hate smart TVs that
Me
come
too.
with a built-in stuff because I'm like, once they stop updating that, it's like you're done. Yeah.
Well, Samsung was putting ads in their software.
Yeah. I just got a 4K TV recently too, and like it's a smart TV, but I never even set up it. I never like signed it into Wi-Fi or anything. I just plugged my Android TV into it, and I've never looked back.
Yeah, if there was an option to get the non-smart version for like $20 less or whatever, I would totally do it. But it's not. Like every TV now has some sort of smarts baked into it, and I hate it.
All right. Well, let's see what we got to talk about this week. I think the first thing we'll talk about is an old friend, Nokia.
Old dear friend.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't know, I used to write about Windows Phone. Ashley used to write about Windows Phone also. So we're very familiar with Nokia. But we're not talking about Windows Phone this time, obviously. There's been rumors last couple of weeks that Nokia is going to get back into the phone game, and they're going to be making a Android phone. And today there was a story that they actually opened up a brand new phone section on their website.
Yeah?
Yes. And this device that has been leaked, it's being called the Nokia D1C right now. And earlier this week, I think it was yesterday, we actually got like a leaked render and some specs. Ashley wrote about it. Looks kind of familiar, doesn't it, Ashley?
Yeah, I can see the familiar Nokia design. The gold color that they show the little demo in is kind of weird. I hope that's not a color that they're going to go with.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got to have their gold phones now. But some of the rumored specs for this phone, it's not high-end. 1.4 gigahertz Snapdragon 430 processor, 2 or 3 gigabytes of RAM, Android Nougat, 5.5-inch 1080p display, and 16 gigabytes of internal storage, 16 megapixel camera. But there might be two versions, like a big one with the 5.5-inch display and then a smaller one with the 5-inch display. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, is anyone going to care about this?
I think Nokia's mid-range Windows phones actually did pretty okay. So if they're going to produce a mid-range Android phone that has a great camera on it, it might do okay for like moms, people that are taking a ton of pictures and want a good camera.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because Nokia does have that name recognition still. Like people know Nokia.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I feel like even the camera software or whatever, like
it's not. I don't think it's going to have a great Nokia camera.
No, not at all. I mean, do we know?
For a mom, maybe it will be great. But
are they even manufacturing it? Or are they doing some sort of weird like BlackBerry route where they're just getting some other like cheap Chinese generic phone and then just slapping their name on it?
I mean, it does look like a Nokia phone.
Okay.
So I don't think it's just a generic thing. Like it has that same profile that we saw on the Lumia phones.
Okay, that's a good sign then.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. I guess the rumor is Q1 2017. So maybe CES might be something to see there. Not sure.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's that. Not a lot of huge like big stories this week, but we got a bunch of little things that we'll talk about. This one's interesting. Going back to Black Friday, apparently the Google Pixel was more popular than the iPhone on Black Friday.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all.
Why don't you believe it?
I just don't know. Like, I mean, we don't have official numbers, so like Google hasn't disclosed anything. We probably won't know until they release their like financials. But I just don't. I don't. These are usually like these like analytic firms and like or whatever these guys that they estimate.
Yeah.
But I don't believe it. Even though this iPhone probably isn't like the like most hot selling. I don't know. If anything, it might have something to do with the fact that you still can't even buy an iPhone. What is it? What do they call it? It's not the XL. iPhone Plus. You can't even buy an iPhone Plus now. Like there's still like I don't know what's up with the shortages and stuff, but around here, I mean, you can check all of like Southern California and like all the Apple stores are out. Can't buy them at all. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
I could believe it, honestly. I mean, they've been advertising the crap out of it on TV. I don't know how much you guys watch TV, but they have a ton of commercials.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of ads for it.
Is that all it takes, though? Is that just a quick little, like, hey, check out Google, made by Google, and then people are like, oh, I want that. I'm going to pay $700 for it. Like, I just don't believe it. I can't.
I think there's really good buzz about it. Like I've heard people, you know, Google has done a good job advertising it as the phone by Google. Mm-hmm. And like, so a lot of people are talking like, oh, have you seen that new Google phone? Like they're not even really talking about it like an Android phone. It's just like a Google phone.
That's been my experience too. Like people who know what I do, they say, oh, what about that new Google phone? They don't even call it a Pixel. It's just that Google phone.
Yeah. And I think the reputation of the camera has like really done well for it because people are like the first thing they talk about, they're like, yeah, the camera's better than the iPhone, like way better and this and that. And people are posting, you know, photos on social media like, dang, that looks really good and clean. Like, what camera is that? What phone is she using? Google's been going kind of hard with like giving the phone to like social media influencers and stuff.
Yeah.
So they've been going that route too. So, I mean, they are definitely putting some marketing dollars into this. Even if you don't see the commercials, again, like there's these YouTubers and stuff that you probably don't even watch that, you know, oh, hey, I got a new Pixel. Let's check it out. And it's like, what? This is so crazy. All these crazy little paid sponsorships and ads and stuff. So yeah, I mean,
I have a couple.
I guess it could be doing good.
Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I have a couple people in my life like that have iPhones that, you know, seen relatives and stuff over Thanksgiving, you know, are getting kind of fed up with their iPhones, and just because of like software updates and things that Apple has changed over the years that they don't like. The headphone jack obviously being an issue too.
Yes,
and a lot of these people are saying, well, what about that new Google phone that they see in the commercials as like the alternative to the iPhone, where never really heard that so much before. Like maybe people would mention Samsung, but I don't know. It just seems like people are seeing this more as a iPhone alternative.
It's a little more buzzy. I mean, and we kind of thought, I mean, I assumed that with the whole flub of like the Note 7 going up in flames, that like this was the perfect opportunity for Google or anyone to release sort of like a larger phablet device this year. So I mean that could have contributed to it. I mean, people that are kind of disillusioned with the iPhone right now, and no headphone jack, which is, I mean, I think people underestimate. Maybe Apple or Tim Cook, like they really underestimated. Like people are going to flip out if we remove the headphone jack, like for no reason. And I think it's probably going to show. And
yeah, I think they did really underestimate it because I've heard from some pretty hardcore Apple fanboys that like they got it, you know, they thought it wouldn't be a big deal. They got the phone and they're realizing like it is a huge pain in the butt.
Yeah. For me, I mean, every time I got in the car, I was like, I would go and I would try to shove it into the dang lightning port. And I was like, freaking A, I don't have a dang. Like, how am I going to listen to stuff? It was so frustrating.
For sure. So, I mean, like you said, though, we'll never know because even when they release their like quarterly results, they don't tell you how much it was on a specific day of that quarter. So we really are never going to know. But
yeah, we'll never know. Like as far as that, I think there was the report that I can't remember where it was from, but it was ridiculous. It was like Google's going to make like 8 billion off of
5.8 billion for 2017.
I don't believe that for a second. I mean, most of the like the estimates were just like, oh, because of, I mean, they're making 20% profit off of like the Pixel hardware, but then they're going to make all these, you know, all this money in app sales and from developer stuff and Daydream apps and like I don't know if I believe that. And even then, you can't really say that's a uniquely Pixel thing because I mean, any Android phone, Google makes money for, you know, people buying apps on the App Store and stuff, but. Or Play Store, sorry. Yeah, so I don't know. I think there's a lot of hype around the Pixel, and I'm not really sure. And I want Google to give us some hard numbers eventually, like whenever they release their fiscal quarter results. But I have a feeling they're probably going to lump it in with like their other hardware business. Like, in other hardware, and it's like which it could be Daydream and Pixel and other stuff. So.
Chromecast, all that.
Chromecast, yeah, which they do a lot, and they did it with the Nexus, and you know they always try to beat around the bush. But we'll see. I mean, if they did it sell a lot, they will give you a hard number, you know, to investors and stuff. So
we should be able to figure it out. I mean, because they don't sell a lot of hardware. So if we see a significant bump, it should be pretty obvious what it was from.
2016 was just, I mean, it was a perfect storm to release for Google's release this phone.
All right, moving on to another device. Speaking of Samsung, Galaxy S8 rumors we've been hearing for a while. The latest Galaxy S8 is going to have 6 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage, and the Snapdragon 835.
Sounds like a dream phone someone cooked up.
Those are some specs, and it'll still run Android like trash. And
I mean, they are some pretty impressive specs, but honestly, it does not sound that like out of the ordinary.
I mean, Samsung has a lot to make up with the Galaxy S8, but I don't think they have that much.
I mean, hasn't there been a device with 6 gigabytes of RAM already?
Yeah, the OnePlus.
There's one with 8, wasn't there?
OnePlus 3T.
Yeah. So that's probably going to happen.
But you know, Samsung and how aggressive they are in their RAM management, they're going to pull a OnePlus like all the way. I will put money on that right now. That you're only going to use like 2 gigs of RAM. There'd be no point in even doing it because they're going to close all the apps out at the minute you leave them. It's just so pointless. I hate the RAM spec right now because it's the people that are going really hard in it. It's just they're not even using all of it, so it makes it pointless. So annoying.
That's for sure.
And 256 gigs of storage. That's as much as my girlfriend's MacBook Air right now. She's so pissed if I show her this. That's more. I think hers is like 128 or something. Yeah,
I really don't need that much on a phone. I hardly store anything actually on phones anymore. It's just like photos. That's it.
Yeah, photo. I mean, with the 4K stuff, I don't know what else. Like, I guess photos are kind of taking up a little more memory now. They're like 5 megabytes per photo, but yeah, really, most of that stuff just gets backed up to the cloud anyway. But yeah, nobody needs that much. It's crazy.
And it's probably going to come with Android 7.1.1 Nougat, I would assume, since that is apparently going to be released on December 6th. Now, that is what came on the Pixel, right?
Android 7.1, yeah, and then recently I think they're updating the 0.1, or I think it's still coming.
So you don't have the 0.1 either?
No, it's 7.1, but then not the 0.1, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is just like bug fixes and all that. Yeah, it's just 7.1 right now.
Okay, so bug fixes and all that good stuff. Yeah. All right, so here's kind of an interesting story that is making me a little depressed. Nothing has been confirmed yet, but apparently Fitbit is rumored to have purchased Pebble for like 34 to 40 million.
Wow.
And with that, rumor is that they're gonna like basically get rid of Pebble.
So they bought them out to shut them down?
Well, that's exactly what I was
rumor.
so pissed. Nothing's confirmed yet. Yeah, but I mean, there was the information. They have their sources, and then Engadget said they were able to confirm it with their sources. But like, it's annoying because I was all kind of excited at first. I was like, "Oh, sweet, Fitbit's going to buy them, and now they're going to do fine." And now, whatever. They're going to try to phase out the Pebble hardware, which is like, it's like the coolest thing about it. Like, why even?
There's been a lot of negativity towards Pebble recently because, as Chris knows, the Pebble Time 2 Kickstarter still has not launched, and it's been a long time, and they haven't really said much about it. The Pebble 2 launched, and like you can buy that on Amazon now, but the Time 2, which I think a lot of people were more excited about, has just kind of been like up in the air. And so now this news comes out, and people are just like really upset.
I'm going to be really. I don't know if it's ever going to come. I hate Kickstarter. I really do. And I told myself I wasn't going to kickstart it, and then I did anyway.
I know, and like the Pebble Kickstarters are the ones you can actually rely on.
Exactly. Yes, that's why I was so excited about it. But it's such a dang shame.
Yeah,
even if they buy them and don't shut them down, I would be wary of Pebble products from then on out because every Fitbit band that I've ever had has just fallen apart after 6 months.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
Like, you mean the actual like physical band, not
the rubber
components.
The rubber just falls apart.
Yeah, they don't make the greatest band. I mean, that doesn't bother me so much because you can always swap the bands on these Pebbles. But yeah, if they would just like completely end Pebbles, I would be legitimately sad because I've worn this Pebble Time Steel for like over a year now, basically every day. By far the longest I've ever wore a smartwatch, and I don't want an Android Wear smartwatch. I like this thing a lot, so I'll be sad.
Yeah.
I think the best case scenario would be that Fitbit just, keeps making the Pebble hardware, and like maybe they get rid of the Pebble name, but they integrate their Fitbit activity stuff in it. And
well, Fitbit's in a little bit of a trouble too because they're exclusively a fitness product and people want a more general wearable. So I can see why they purchased them, but like I said,
it does make sense if they would like, combine their powers to make smartwatches, but then like when the immediate rumors like, oh yeah, they're just getting rid of it. They're just trying to get rid of a competitor. It's like, that's not good.
Yeah. Pretty lame. And there's no, and that's what's so sad about it. Once Pebble is gone or dies, there's no Android Wear, there's no Apple device that'll give you, a week's worth of battery life.
There's literally nothing like this.
It sucks.
It really sucks. Yeah. I know. I mean, I would love like a freaking Android Wear watch with a display like this would be cool.
Little e-ink, might not look as flashy, but as long as the battery life is there.
You're not going to have all the vibrant color and cool animations, but who cares?
Damn shame.
All right, more rumors about devices. Apparently this is just the rumor season right now. The next iPhone could have a curved display.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah.
Out of 10, Chris, 10 being definitely going to happen, 1 being not going to happen. I'll ask you the same thing, Ashley. Curved display on the next iPhone.
How curved? I mean, that's the big question.
That was going to be my question. Like, is it curved like the Galaxy Nexus, or is it curved like a Galaxy Edge? Like,
I would go with the Edge. I think that would be how they would do it.
Yeah, I'm like there's been a lot of rumors, and I'm not sure where they've kind of like ended up now. But there was one that it was going to be all glass, completely all glass body. Now we have curved edges. Sounds like it's going to be a Galaxy.
All glass body.
Yeah, I was going to say like
nothing from the iPhone 4.
The Galaxy S7. Which is weird, but I mean, I guess we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully they do something different and unique about it.
I would give it a solid 5 on that happening.
Yeah.
Joe's in the maybe category.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why. I think Samsung is one of the only people that's doing curved displays, and they have a hard time, keeping up with the manufacturing and stuff. And that's the whole reason why they never have just like a standard, like all their models have curved displays. Otherwise, they would, but they just can't make them, quick enough or fast enough or whatever. So If I'm assuming Apple would be buying their panels from Samsung, and I don't know how Samsung would keep up with that kind of demand. Yeah, we'll see. I give it a 5 as well.
Ashley?
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
3. Yeah, that's probably more likely.
I'm curious just to see what they do with the whole front, like the bezels and all that. I think there was the rumor that I was going to have a virtual button on the front, or like some kind of, I can't remember what the current rumor was. I think it was like there was going to be completely edge to edge. Or
the thing with iPhone rumors, I mean, we've seen this so many times. Like, there's
They
rumors
start out pretty outrageous.
Yeah, and like the reason why is because Apple prototypes the crap out of these things, and so there probably is an iPhone with a curved display that exists right now.
But some guy got a glimpse of it, and he ran out and told.
It's probably not going to be the final version. So yeah. We'll see. True. Maybe Tim Cook will fall in love with it.
Yeah.
All right. So lastly, Chris has the OnePlus 3T. We talked about this on the last podcast, and now Chris has one.
I have it. It's a slightly faster. Battery life is crazy good on it. Not insanely
good reasons though. Like, is OnePlus doing some stuff you don't like to make that happen?
No, the RAM issue. I think they've mostly patched up their whole stupid RAM thing. On this one, this is running still running Marshmallow, but they use a new file system for their storage, which is way faster. And apparently, this update's going to hit the regular OnePlus 3 soon. So the Snapdragon 821 versus the Snapdragon 820 in the previous version doesn't really do much. I've seen speed tests on people running the beta on the regular OnePlus 3 with the new file system, and it's like right up there in speed. The RAM management's awesome. It's like, I almost forgot, because I've been using the Pixel for a while now, but I almost forgot how crazy it is, like on the OnePlus, how you can open an app and it's just like there. Like all my apps, I feel like they never even close, and it's like the best. It's the best feeling to see that instant, just like you tap on it and it's like already there where you left off. It's like,
it doesn't do that on the Pixel?
It does, but I feel like after a little while it'll like clear out the RAM if you leave it kind of sitting for a little bit. On the OnePlus, it seems to like linger a little bit longer. And there's been like some instances where I've been scrolling through a web page and watching a video online and doing this stuff, and it's like, oh, better close all these other apps, on the Pixel. But on the OnePlus, it's like I can still just jump back, and it's awesome. I think Nougat's going to be insanely good on it. My biggest gripe, though, and this is driving me insane, and people are saying it's overblown, and it's not a huge issue, is the touchscreen latency. Like, I was hoping, praying that they would fix this from the OnePlus 3. They didn't. It's awful. You drag and you're scrolling around, and it's like this. This is how the menus look. Like, you're never. It drives me.
That makes me sad, because when I was deciding between the OnePlus 3 and the Axon 7, the input lag was what made me to go with the Axon 7.
Like for people that can see it and that it bothers, it drives them nuts, and it really does. It kills the user experience. Like, for me, I get so frustrated sometimes. I'm like, oh, let me see my notifications. Swipe down, and then like you're already done swiping, and then there they come. It's just like, what is this? It drives me up the wall. So they haven't fixed it, and apparently it might be able to be fixed. Something with a digitizer firmware. So it might be able to be fixed with like a software update. And there was a big ol' hootenanny or whatever on Reddit. And of course, our Android was going nuts over this, and everybody over there hates OnePlus, but for some reason they just they don't get along with Carl Pei very well. But he finally issued a statement, and he said, we're going to fix it, or we're going to look into it, but not until Nougat rolls out. So right now their small team is focused on just updating to Nougat, and then maybe they'll fix the whole input lag thing. And it's annoying, because there's some people that are just like, I don't see it. This isn't an issue at all. This is overblown. Zero issue. And it's like, well, have you tried a Pixel? No. And then you have nothing to compare it to. Like, I mean, it's just, once you go Pixel, it kind of ruins it. Like, you have that.
Well, not everyone is going to use a million devices and notice it.
Or even like an iPhone. iPhone has incredibly amazing touchscreen latency. It's wonderful. So like those are the two phones that I kind of go bounce back and forth from, is the Pixel and the iPhone. So like I've just been spoiled. I've been spoiled by swiping my menus and going through my Twitter feed and not having it like register a second later.
You're definitely spoiled. So someone in our live chat said, "Doesn't bother me at all. I don't even notice."
Son of a gun! See, there you go.
And that, you know what? Good for you. If you don't notice it, then Chris is jealous of you because he's been his eyes have been.
I wish I could. Just can't go back.
Ashley, why did you get rid of your Nexus 6P?
I updated to 7.1 and felt like it was getting really slow.
Gotcha. So you're using the ZTE Axon 7, right?
Mm-hmm. It's much more speedy than my 6P so far. We'll see how it is 6 months down the road.
Does that have like a crazy skin on it? Is ZTE one of those crazy skinners?
It's not bad. It's different, but it's not bad.
Okay. You're not like disgusted by it coming from stock Android?
Well, I'll probably get a lot of hate for this, but I've never really liked TouchWiz, but it's not as heavy as TouchWiz.
You won't get any hate on that in this podcast. We don't like TouchWiz. Actually, TouchWiz isn't that bad anymore. TouchWiz like Galaxy Note or like Galaxy S4 era was like horrible.
Yeah, it's crazy how much good stuff I always hear about the ZTE Axon 7. Like people that have it love it, and it's like it seems to do
it's a really
everything.
Speedy phone, yeah. Like I've had no problems really with it.
My thing is just the way it looks. I can't stand like the whole design of it, but
I will say I bought a slick wraps for it to put on it because the back is really, really slippery when you hold it, and I couldn't get the slick wraps to fit around it because of the way the phone's edges are like really super, super curved. Like I don't know if you can see that, but it's hard to get. Yeah. It's hard to get something to wrap around that. So
I actually have the Axon 7 here too.
Yeah, see that one has the same thing.
That's not an Axon. He's lying.
No.
He's lying.
No, this isn't. This is the Axon looks just like this though.
Oh, that's the Lego, yeah.
Son of a gun.
It's that design that like every Chinese phone has this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the Axon 7 has the front-facing speakers. Are the speakers really loud?
The speakers are amazing. Like their boom sound quality.
Maybe I can trade somebody like my OnePlus. If anyone's out there who wants to trade a OnePlus 3T for their Axon, hit me up, yo.
All right, let's do a quick Throwback Thursday this week. I was looking through our list that we got sent from one of our listeners a while ago, and this one kind of jumped out at me for some reason today. Chrome to phone.
I remember Chrome to phone, yeah.
I think it's so funny that there used to be an app that would let you send something from your computer to your phone, and now it's almost the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Sending stuff from your phone to other devices.
Yeah.
The Chromecast, you know?
I still use. That's usually what I use. Pushbullet. I'll say I use Pushbullet almost every day, and it's usually I'm browsing the internet doing something like, I should send this to my phone, and then I just.
Pushbullet does. Pushbullet is basically the modern day Chrome to phone.
Yeah, I wish there was still. Can you use Chrome to phone still?
I doubt it.
My girlfriend, this is what drives me nuts. She will send me Hangouts messages of things like a shopping list, not even to like tell me, but just for her own, so that she can copy it and then paste it into her phone. So she'll be on her computer and be like, this like jumble of things, like her homework or whatever. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why'd you send me that? She's like, oh, don't worry about it. That's for me. And I'm like, and it drives me nuts. And I'm like, you could use like Pushbullet or something. And she's like, I don't want to mess around with any of that stuff.
So just in case like someone doesn't know what Chrome to phone is, because I think it's been depreciated for quite a while. It was a Chrome extension that lived in your little Chrome browser on your desktop, and you would hit the button, and then it would send something to the Chrome to phone app on your phone. And
why did they get rid of it? Is there another way to do that now?
I don't know. That's what's the funny thing to me is like, yeah, Push Bullet does it, but in terms of like Google, they have completely swapped. Like they used to be concerned about sending stuff to your phone. Now they're all worried about sending stuff from your phone to other devices.
Yeah. That's weird. Never really thought about it.
You can open up any tab that you have open in Chrome instances on your phone as long as you're signed in.
That is true.
That's what I use that all the time. Like
that's probably what they replaced it with.
Like once
that same
Chrome
feature.
Chrome Sync.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But still not as cool as pushing stuff.
Right. Yeah, there's sometimes when using. I mean, I have Push Bullet extension. I use it a lot too. So there are definitely times when that's just easier than syncing the tabs. All right, that was a fun blast from the past. Let's do some wins and fails. My win is going to be HTC 10 got the Nougat update on Friday.
Got the Nougat.
Nice.
So I was pretty excited about that. Not a lot of new stuff. I got like the night mode, which is something that I really like. That automatically comes on at sunset.
That's awesome.
You got the new Nougat tiles.
Is
notifications look a little different.
Or 7.1?
I believe it's 7.0. I'll double check, but I'm pretty positive that it's 7.0. Yeah, Android 7.0. It's cool. I just there's not a lot of differences, but I just like that HTC updated it pretty quickly, I thought.
Yeah, I like when I upgraded from Marshmallow to Nougat, I was kind of like, I could probably live without this update. But now that I've been using the Pixel for so long and I'm so accustomed to Nougat, going back to like the OnePlus 3T, which is running Marshmallow, it's weird. It's weird that the notifications, I'm trying to open them and just like delete a specific email and you can't do it. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And there's just other like random weird stuff that like bothers me where I've just gotten so used to Nougat now. It's like, it's hard to go back.
One thing that I've noticed is battery life seems to be better now that I'm on Nougat.
Okay.
I don't really have to like plug in. I used to have to plug in at like 9 o'clock if I wanted to, stay up late watching TV. But now, like last night, I went to like midnight without plugging in. So that was cool.
Wow.
Not bad.
Yeah. My fail is going to be Allo. Allo is not doing well.
Aw, remember Allo?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, Allo's not doing real well. It's not that surprising. It's kind of predictable.
They got new stickers, I don't know if you guys
heard this, BuzzFeed made new stickers for Allo.
BuzzFeed stickers.
I mean, come on, guys. Come on. Yeah, so I guess, actually, I think it was you that wrote the article,
did, yeah.
right? I can't find it on Phandroid right now.
Did she write the obituary for it? Is that what? Ella's obituary?
They had it was 5 million downloads within the first 5 days, and now 2 months later, they haven't really. I mean, it's a 5 million to 10 million category, but in 2 months, it has not moved out of that category.
Yeah.
So.
And I think it was David Ruddock from Android Police was tweeting about it, and he was like, it has had 13 reviews in like the last week or maybe even month, which is like incredibly low for a Google app.
But launched without enough, it has no integrated SMS support.
If they just did that, if they just did I don't understand what the issue is, but if they just did SMS, then I could see myself.
You can only access it on one device.
That drives me insane.
The benefit of Hangouts is I can have it on my tablet, I can have it on my phone, I can sit at my desktop, and I can still talk to all the same people.
Yeah, as much hate as Hangouts gets, it's all we got right now.
I don't know why they're trying so hard to don't use Hangouts, use this, but Hangouts is the product that works.
Yeah, at least you make Allo with the exact same functionality as Hangouts, and then okay.
Yeah, so I found some of the things he was saying on Twitter. It's it fell out of the top 200 in Google Play Store charts. So that's pretty far. And then in Google Trends, if you put Google Allo, Google Hangouts, Google Messenger, and Google Talk, Google Allo is below Messenger, Talk, and Hangouts.
Google Talk doesn't even
I know.
exist
And
anymore.
Google Talk doesn't even exist.
Holy cow! So yeah, it's DOA, guys.
Yeah. Oh, and it was the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, Allo on iOS received 13 user ratings in 2 weeks.
13 downloads.
That's not good.
That's less than a review a day. Slightly less. But.
Yeah. So not looking good for Allo. Chris, what do you got for us?
Oh shoot, I got a lot of stuff. My win is going to be wireless charging on the Pixel. So there are these little wireless charging pads that you can buy on Amazon. Been around for a while. On older devices, they used to be able to slip under like the battery cover, and they use little connectors. Now they use these very slim, like paper thin connectors, and it's very low profile, little nub. Attaches in there, and you can wirelessly charge your phone. It's pretty cool. If you use a case, you can slide it under there, and there's very tiny little bulge, and it works as intended. So, like, kind of a big gripe that a lot of people had about the Pixel was just that there was no wireless charging, and this kind of sort of puts a little Band-Aid over that. It looks like a little Band-Aid too, kind of. So my biggest problem with this is just that. There's no fast charging. So with a big old honking Pixel battery like this, you're still going to do wireless charging slowly and just da-da-da. So that kind of sucks. I don't know why they can't do wireless fast charging through that. I think that would be kind of awesome.
The sticker would probably be more substantial if they did.
Oh, is it like a thicker thing?
I would imagine so.
Yeah. This pad that I bought is kind of a cheap one. I went with like the cheaper dumb one, and it's just got like a little tiny coil right here. So you still kind of have to like place it just right. But if you buy like a nice charging pad for it, with like the 3 coils, most of them have like 3 coils. The good ones anyway. The 3 coil ones are nice because you can kind of place it wherever you want and just wirelessly charge it. So it's kind of awesome, and you can just remove it whenever you want. The little nub just comes right out. And then you can just plug in your USB cable if you'd like. So it doesn't really take anything away from the phone. It kind of just adds something to it. So that's going to be my win.
Yeah, I kind of want to get one from an HTC 10.
Yeah, slide it underneath the case. But typically the TPU cases work the best because they have a little more give on the back. So I wouldn't do it with like a hard shell case or something, or even something that thick like an OtterBox. You can't really use it with an OtterBox because it's a little bit.
What it would look like if you just put like a skin over the top of.
Yeah, someone was saying that. They're like, "What if I put a skin, but it would be like lumpy?"
You would notice it, yeah.
It would be pretty dang lumpy. I wish they offered like different colors of the pad so that at least you could just stick it on there and it wouldn't look like so much of an eyesore. The fact that it's just black.
Well, not everybody uses a clear case either.
Yeah, I would not go.
No, I mean I'm saying without a case because they the Nilkin brand ones, which are like really well reviewed, they have a little sticky on the other side,
okay.
So you can stick it on there, and this way you can just not even use a case, and it wouldn't.
But you still feel it on your hand. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, someone actually just asked in our live chat, "Can you put that under a D brand skin?" Yeah, you could, but it would definitely look a little strange.
I highly recommend using a nice D brand skin. Links are in the description. Affiliate links are in the description.
We're slick wraps on this podcast.
Oh shoot! But yeah, someone was saying about a skin. But even without the lumpiness, if you could even stand that, it wouldn't reach around the edges because it's pushing it away. So like your skin wouldn't even wrap around all the way, I guess, and it would be kind of.
That was a joke, by the way. We're not sponsored by anyone.
Team Slick Wraps all the way, bro. So my fail for the week is going to be frickin' Pokemon Go. They finally released
Chris
Ditto.
finally quit. Fail of the week. Wow.
They finally released Ditto, and I still haven't been able to catch up.
He hasn't caught one yet.
A little bit before the podcast, and I think it's just a ploy. It's a ploy by Niantic to like. At first, it seemed like it was a cool move, but it's just a ploy for them to like get you to use all your Mega Great Balls, your Ultra Balls, to use all your balls. It's so annoying.
It's kind of Rick and Morty of you.
I think it's cool. I mean, it definitely is in their advantage to make people catch as much stuff as they can, but it is kind of cool too that like kind of this mystery.
Yeah, he's there. He's out there. You're like, who is he? I'm annoyed. I was hoping that it would have been like something like retroactively, and I would have looked in my Pokemon that I've already caught and like, oh, one of them's a Ditto. Like, yeah, but no, you got to go out there. You gotta hunt for that guy. And all my balls, I'm like down to like almost 0 now. It's terrible. So you win, Niantic. And then one more fail for the week. I got a live case for the Google Pixel. They still suck, just so you guys know. I don't know if you ever tried them on a Nexus. Nothing has changed, and I guess they're so sucky, or like people are so displeased with them that Google just like they put out like a survey or something asking people how can we improve it. I'll tell you how you can improve it. Make that stupid little button on the back actually work, because you have to press the little live button. There's a button, by the way, an NFC button on the back that you have to press while the phone is unlocked. And you have to press it so hard that usually your phone just like pops right out of your hand so that you can activate the dumb thing. And it like.
Also, don't choose a design that looks like turds, like Chris did.
Was it a galaxy?
That
rocks? What is that?
It's not. It's a galaxy. It's like the Pillars of Heaven or something. Call them. It's a very popular photo. You guys are. Plebs. So yeah, there's that. It still kind of sucks. So they're so overpriced. They're $40, so don't even bother.
Yeah, that's the reason why I haven't bought one.
Exactly.
You get a case for like $5 on Amazon. Why do you need a button on your case?
It's a shortcut button. It's cool. It's a thing.
What do you if it works properly? What do you have it programmed to do, Chris?
Let me see if I can get it to activate. But it's. My flashlight.
Flashlight.
Yeah, if I do it with 2 hands, I can pretty much get it. But it's a 2-second delay, so even then you're kind of pressing. I feel like I could just swipe down and tap the dang button.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
All
so
right.
It is what it is. Don't bother.
I've got 2 wins this week.
Nice.
First up, Netflix has finally launched offline playback for their apps on Android, iOS. You can download things. Yay! Watch them later.
I don't know if I'll ever actually use it, but that's cool.
Well, for people that have a long commute, this is amazing.
Oh, you... I assume you mean riding on trains and whatnot.
Yeah.
At first,
not
it's like,
me, of course.
Wait a minute, driving? Yeah, I just gotta bang out this episode of Gilmore Girls while I drive to work.
Oh, have you guys been watching Gilmore Girls? Did you guys?
Not yet, but I sure I will eventually because my wife loves it. So
good! It's so good.
My other one for the week is SwiftKey has made all of their themes for free. Don't have to pay for them anymore.
Yeah, I saw that. And I spent like so much on the theme. No, not really. But I assume that there were people upset about it because they spent money on themes. Because that always happens.
That Flexi did when they made all of their themes free. Like, I think they gave you credit or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you're right. I remember talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm really excited about my app pick this week. This is probably one of my favorite apps that I found in a long time. It's called Wallpaper Modder. So I use a lot of wallpaper apps, and I've probably like recommended a few of them. The one that I'm using right now that I've used for a long time is Backdrops. But the Wallpaper Modder, what it lets you do is slightly change how the wallpaper looks, so you can like adjust the hue, saturation, brightness, blurriness, and
can you change the color?
Yeah, that's what hue and saturation does. Is it changes it affects the color. So like a lot of times in the past, like, oh, that is a really cool wallpaper, it's a really cool pattern or something, but I don't really like the color scheme. So now just set it as your wallpaper. Then you open up Wallpaper Modder, and it knows what your wallpaper is, and it just puts the controls on the screen, and you can adjust them how you want, make it look exactly how you like, and then apply it, and then you have a customized wallpaper.
I'm downloading that immediately.
Yeah, it has seriously changed my life. Like every wallpaper I see now, it's just like, oh, I can make that whatever color I want it.
Yeah, I've seen so many great wallpapers, and I'm like, I really don't like that color scheme or that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Definitely check that out. Wallpaper Modder.
Is it free?
It is free. There is a full version, but I have not found a reason to need it.
Cool.
Chris does not have an app pick, so we'll let him think about it, and then we'll go to Ashley right now.
Well, because I switched to the ZTE Axon 7, I was kind of curious how much time I was spending using my apps on my phone. So I downloaded an app called Quality Time, and all it does is like gives you app analytics of how much you use certain apps on your phone, how many times you've opened them, how long you use them. It's really neat.
That is cool.
Yeah. And also, if you're trying to break a bad habit, like you read it too much on your phone, you can set it so you can only access a certain app for a certain amount of time.
Probably be good to put on a kid's phone.
It'd be good to put on my girlfriend's phone.
Or your girlfriend.
She's like straight addicted. Yeah, I don't think I have.
Says the guy that notices screen latency. That
I would be curious, like how much time everyone spends on their phone every day. I think the most I had was 6 hours, and I was like, I spent 6 hours on my phone today.
You can check that with screen on time. I feel like.
Yeah, that is true.
The battery stats. Those give you a general, I don't know how long you've been on your phone, but
I think I usually have like around 4 hours of screen on time.
Never thought about because I guess screen on time, that's how much you're on your phone. So that's kind of crazy. Five straight hours of screen on your phone.
Well, not straight.
Oh yeah.
Chris, you find anything?
I don't think I have anything, guys.
No good apps.
Uh-oh.
I have been okay. I guess I'll put this in there.
2 weeks. You haven't found a single
Maybe
cool
You
app.
didn't have an app pick last week either.
Well, I mean, 2 weeks since our last episode.
Oh, okay.
This is what I need help with. I need somebody to help me find a super simple way to just send photos directly to in batches to my desktop computer. And I found one way to do it. Infinite?
Yeah, Infinite. Spelled INIFIT, I think.
Because right now there's I was trying to use AirDroid, but you get all this extra crap.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying.
Don't you have Google Drive backup?
I mean, I do, but I don't use it on my desktop because even that's kind of a little bit.
I mean, with Infinite, you'll have to put a little program on your I'm computer.
Totally cool with that. I'm using one right now called PhotoSync, but the UI is pretty terrible, and I'm kind of scared because.
Infinite is pretty great. It's how I get all my screenshots and stuff off of my phone because I don't want them in my Google Drive. I don't want to have to go and clean them up.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to have to put them there. I just want to put them directly on my desktop, put them in a post or something, and then completely delete them, or just be able to send them to somebody else.
Yeah, you can do that with Infinite.
Would be really cool.
I use OneDrive
sometimes
for my camera photos, and then whenever I have screenshots that I want on my computer, I use Google Drive.
My problem with cloud services is that to me it seems silly to have to upload to the cloud and then have to download to something else when I can just want to directly send.
Well, I think the idea is you would have it be automatic so that you're not uploading and then downloading.
When you transfer something over Infinite, it'll put an Infinite folder in your downloads folder, and that's where it'll always send it. So you just go there to retrieve the file.
A couple recommendations in the live chat also. Someone says Superbeam.
Superbeam is really good. I've used it too.
And Folder Sync, all one word, another one. So
I've not used that one.
Definitely
I've seen a couple folder syncing ones. Yeah. There's. I was trying to use Send Anywhere, which was just. I mean, they make you download this desktop app, and I think it's only free for a little while. And most of them, they do all these other things, and it's just so.
That's what's great about Infinite. It's just file transfer.
Okay. That's nice. Download it now. Thanks.
Thanks,
guys. That's my app pick. So my app pick for the week is going to be Infinite file transfer.
Even Dropbox would do that.
Yeah, Dropbox would do the same thing.
Because
but once
they have
again,
well, you wouldn't even have to upload and download on that because they have the actual program for your computer that automatically downloads the folder.
Didn't they recently? Yeah, they launched something or whatever. Wait,
I forget about Dropbox.
I think that was in beta. I remember I was keeping an eye on that or something, and they were saying how it's gonna come out soon. And then Mac kind of introduced something similar.
I mean, I remember way back in the day,
but
Pushbullet
they
has
had.
file transfer too called Portal.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
Oh, is it like an add-on or something for?
No, it's a completely separate app.
Oh, Pushbullet Portal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I might have another app pick next week.
Yeah.
You can compare
Try these
Infinite and
out
Portal,
and
and
then
which one's your favorite?
yeah, test them out, and then next week tell us which one won.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right. Check if we have any questions here in the live chat. Oh, here's one from Bavisha Lad. He says that he can't find the quick writing notes app that we showed in one of the best apps once. Anyone know what he's talking about? A quick
writing notes app?
I'm not
Who's
sure.
Talking about quick writing notes.
There's Google Keep is a really quick and barebone app.
I don't think he was talking about that one. I think he
I
might have
think
been.
it was like, yeah, something you link to in one of your best app of the month posts.
Oh, maybe. I don't know if I've ever done any note.
Or was it when we were talking about the Note 7 and then there's like how you can just quickly jot down, and then we were trying to look for something that was similar to that.
Yeah, sorry. Don't really remember what that was.
Jeez.
All right. That's going to wrap things up for this week. If you want to send us your questions or comments, our email address is podcast@phandroid.com. You can subscribe to the audio version of the podcast on Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher Radio, iTunes, etc. Wherever you subscribe, leave us a review. That helps us out. And you can follow the podcast on Twitter @MobileRoarcast. We'll also take questions and comments there. And we're on Twitter. Chris is @GamerCore. Ashley is @Overlord Roar. And I am @Tall Schmo. And we will see you guys next time.
Later guys.
Bye.